Hello and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
Well, we've got one old Mac fan and one younger Mac fan.
Good day, James.
Hello. John is away this week, and I have forgotten where, but Matthew from Matthew's Mac Museum, I guess that'd be duplication, just Mac Museum, is filling in. So thank you for joining us. It's been a while. 6 months almost since you were here last. And I'm trying to remember, I'm looking at your backdrop there, which somebody's going to accuse you of like saying that that's AI. There's no way you could have so many Macs so meticulously laid out and so comprehensive back there. Oh, yeah.
I can touch them, so they're real.
Well, yeah, but that back wall, can you touch that? See that whole... Look. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Yeah, see? Oh, my gosh. Wow.
There we go.
That's crazy. When we saw you last, you weren't here in this angle or in this room, or right? It was some different view.
It was a different view, yeah. I tried to mix it up a bit just to keep people interested in what's happening down here.
And all that stuff was there before? Or are these
No.
new acquisitions? Or
No, if the camera was wide enough, you'd see that I've now got all 18 colors of the iMac G3 range, which was a milestone, and that's thanks to a couple of loans from one of the RetroMacCast viewers, Apple's Anonymous. So there's. Are you counting how many we've got there?
Well, I was counting 14, so there must be some off camera. Are they?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if this could turn pear-shaped.
Okay, there's the rest of them over there. Okay,
yeah.
They're just off camera.
Just off camera, but
excellent. Wow, but that's a fantastic display. And gosh, in order to get that much on camera, that's quite a lot of depth of that room as well. I mean, that probably goes back 20 feet or so behind you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's good to have a bit of space to play around in.
And I was also looking at the website, and I didn't remember that you had a store. Is that new?
That's a new. Yeah, that's something new as well. Actually, I put together some kits for capacitor repair for anyone that wants to DIY. So I actually I have one here, which I just grabbed beforehand. But yeah, the idea is that people can buy those kits from the store, and they get of course the parts inside, which I've labeled nicely, and then a little, follow the dots
nice
instruction with a QR code to take get to the bigger version if you want. But the little cards are just intended so you can put them on your desk while you're doing the job, and yeah,
that's fantastic.
If people wanting to keep their Macs going, so I love sending those off. It's great because it knows there's another Mac that's been saved.
Do you ship internationally?
I did have someone ask me about that, and I just directed them to a local source, and they said, I'd much rather give you my money, but I said, okay, well, thank you.
Well, hey, we said a lot of great things and didn't even record any of that, at least for the audio version. So let's go ahead and start up the show for real. But that was mainly visual. That's why I wanted to bring that to the video audience. Let's start this in earnest. Let's see. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 715 for August 11th, 2025. I should say good morning, Matthew.
Good evening, James.
There you
Thanks
go.
for having me on the show.
John is away this week. Matthew from Mac Museum is filling in, so we welcome him. We were just talking before we started recording about the new store he's got on his website that's selling the recap kits for a variety of popular classic Macs. And very thoughtfully designed, the artwork and everything. It's like, oh, beautiful. If only the soldering skills were included in that box too, but I think you need to bring that yourself, right? How are your soldering skills?
They've come a long way since the first Mac Classic board I attempted, and have sheepishly hidden somewhere out in the back store because it's not looking too good. But I'm happy to say these days the skill has improved, and I can restore a Mac back to life, which is good.
Well, one of these days I'm going to have to get at it and set up a little shop here, because as people have been following along, I'm encountering a fair number of Macs that need some recapping. Let's see. Today on the show, what are we doing? We got the usual eBay finds, got some news, and I'm going to unbox the, what is this called? The Pico Nano Mac that I received. Maybe I'll be the last one to receive one. I don't know. We'll talk more about that coming up. So let's take a quick break and we'll be back with eBay finds. Okay.
Very cool.
You didn't order one?
No, I think I've missed my chance. But
Yeah. Oops. Let's see. Go here.
Good morning, JD from Mac Down Under.
All right. Let's go. We're going to start with the eBay finds, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1. All right. It's time for eBay finds. Last episode, we had the Macintosh advertising pamphlet, Best Way to Evaluate a Computer, from around 1990. This one sold. They wanted $129. They accepted a best offer, and I guess the geniuses at eBay have decided that we don't get to know what that offer was. I don't know where the logic is there. There must be some way of figuring it out, but it's not that evident here, at least on the listing. And this was a cool brochure. Hopefully somebody will make some nice scans of it and make it available somewhere online. All right. Then we had the Power Macintosh 4400. Kind of an odd bird in the Mac lineup, the most kind of PC-esque design, case design of the Macs. This one, they wanted $174.99. It did not sell, so they relisted it, and it was removed because there was an error in the listing. Whatever that means. I think sometimes that means they sold it outside of eBay.
Code for I sold it on Marketplace instead.
Right. I had it listed multiple places. Yep. And then the beach towel, featuring the words Apple in different colors. That one got no bids because they had a buy it now of $225 with a starting bid of $125. It got relisted. Didn't sell again. They relisted again, and it's back up. And I guess they didn't lower the price or anything. They're just going to keep on going until rinse and repeat until the end of the world, until somebody emerges that will pay at least $125 for this old Apple towel. All right, let's start with this one. The title says Rare Vintage Tonka Mac Hauler Apple Computer Crate Rig Semi-Truck 1980s Toy. Do you get all that?
Yeah.
The description, it says, in use shape, this listing is for one crate only. Please refer to the pictures for further inspection. Great price. Will go fast. I encourage you to purchase it. Oh, wow. Great. What do we got here?
No semi truck included. I was scanning through the photos just to see
Yeah,
what it was actually attached to, but it's just the accessory.
it is. So there was, did you find, I meant to look it up. I think there was a Tonka truck that would have one or more of these little crates on it featuring the six color Apple logo and the Mater Tectura font Apple computer on it.
Yes.
A very rare toy. And so this is just the little box from it. It's a little beat up, but it's still pretty cool. I'm going to do a quick search here because I meant to do it earlier. See if I can quickly, you type Tonka Apple truck and you get a little, let's try Apple computer truck. You get, you get a little Apple delivery truck that they made. Let's see. There we go. This is what it came from. So let me pull that up. And there are actually four of them.
Ah, there we go. Very cool.
Right? On this little truck. Let's magnify that there. This is an old listing and a very bad picture. But yeah, look at that. I have never seen one of these trucks for sale. Obviously, there was one at some point. Actually, you know what? This one sold on July 25th, which was, I missed it. This sold for $100, it looks like, not too long ago. So I wonder if these listings are in any way related. I suppose I could look at that. But anyway, so this is just for one of the crates. Is the listing we're talking about.
You can almost imagine that that's the truck that delivered your little Pico Macintosh.
Yeah, right.
No, Macintosh that we're going to see soon. So,
what do they want for just the crate? They want $16.99. It actually ends here in about 6 hours. So that's the buy it now. All right, let's move on to the next one. Do you want to read this one or
we've got
you want to walk us through it? Go ahead.
Sure, we've got a vintage Macintosh 2FX with a raster ops video card for parts or repair only. Notably, it's a 2FX board inside original Macintosh 2 case. So the seller does mention that in the description.
So I wondered. So you think somebody just Frankenstein something together? Or was that a kind of a popular upgrade? Buying a 2FX for your original 2.
Yeah, well, it's actually something JD from Mac Down Under and I were talking about just last week about how many Macs actually went through the process of being upgraded with newer boards. So whether or not this was one of the genuine kits that Apple put together, I don't know if they did a 2FX kit, but it, I think that, the 2FX is a very desirable machine. I know they're hard to come by in Australia. They don't pop up too often. This one looks all right, aside from it's got a bit of damage to the board, I think from the unfortunate battery explosion. But,
yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yep.
Oh.
So if someone's you can even look at the state of that capacitor there as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. So that may or may not be salvageable. But
Hopefully.
They're only advertising it, for parts or repair. And they have a nice low starting bid. Oh, actually, I don't know what the starting bid was, right? Because there's already 3 bids in. What's it at right now?
$1.75.
$1.75. Is it worth $1.75? Yes, for the case alone.
Yes,
and for the RAM.
absolutely.
And the video card. Did we mention the video card? The
Raster Ops.
Yeah. I would imagine that's a decent video card, which you would have needed, right? Because you had no onboard video in any of these 2s. So, the video card alone. And the case, it's in decent enough condition for the age of it. All right, well, we'll see how how high this gets. This is, let's see, it ends on Sunday, and it's located in West Danville, Vermont. All right. And lastly, I love this one. The title says Apple Macintosh User Education 1983 Binder Developers Documentation Lisa. And it says sold as is. It doesn't really say much more in the description, but there's a ton of photos here. And so, first photo shows a 3-ring binder with the Picasso Mac logo on the cover, Macintosh on the binder. What does it say? It says out of date technical literature is kind of written on the side. And so we go in, there's a little video here that's shot at a weird angle, which is just showing us that, yes, it is in fact real. I'm not sure that. It's kind of interesting. I wish it were rotated 90 degrees, but it shows the contents, and the seller is flipping through there, and there's some sketches of things, but it's details about the Macintosh pre-release. This is for developers. And so, like the very first page, I think, or one of the first pages, is the Macintosh message. Macintosh is an advanced personal productivity tool for knowledge workers, featuring Lisa technology, 32-bit performance, third-party support, and transportable. And then there's a letter included to software developers, dated December 8th, 1983. We hope this letter finds all of you busy at work on your application for Macintosh. We at Apple are very excited to have you as a software developer and look forward to seeing your product on Macintosh. And presumably this would accompany a Mac, right, that you would develop on. And so there's tabs, different sections, and they're like just Xerox pages of all kinds of technical information that would be useful for somebody developing for Macintosh. Notes on Pascal, and just so cool to see this stuff collected and then saved as it is. So, and you can see how old it is. It's got a little moldy on the pages. It's sitting in a whatever, but I mean, in reasonably good shape given the age. And they want, well, it's being bid on right now. After 5 bids, it's up to $102.50. It ends in 5 days, which would be Saturday. Gosh, I wonder if the contents of this are somewhere online, a PDF someplace. 'Cause this is some great stuff. This ships from Cedar Park, Texas.
Very cool
stuff. Yep.
That is.
All right. Let's see. I bid on that, didn't win. Oh, was that the truck? I was looking in the chat. It must be the truck. This is what happens when we don't do the show every week. I wind up missing out cool stuff on that, because that Tonka truck at $100.
The 4400.
Oh, the 4400.
Because we don't have the 4400s down here. We got the 7220s instead.
Oh.
So yeah, for anyone in Australia that wants 4400, it's going to have to come from somewhere else.
So the 4400 was bid on, but then yanked, right? So that's not cool, No. If there's active bidding on it and they yank it, and like you said, maybe sold it on Craigslist or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. What other models are there that are highly desirable in Australia because you never got them?
Oh, well, the Macintosh TV is one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this the other night, though. I think I need to probably fact check this, but the Director's Edition, the 5XXX series, which I've just got here on the shelf in black, I don't think the US had. I think they were
we didn't get that.
Australia or Japan only. So
Yes. Yes.
certainly not want to send one over.
Yeah, there's only a couple that we didn't get.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. Yep. We could trade for a Mac TV. All right. Let's talk about the Pico Mac Nano. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, I don't remember when it was, but we learned about the 1-bit rainbow Pico Mac Nano. And it was just the coolest little mini Macintosh that you could either build up from parts that were offered on the website, or you could buy it pre-made. And I saw it and I was like, I couldn't click, buy now fast enough. And so let me pull up the website. And so here you are. This is 1bitrainbow.com. And of course they have a glorious website in
it's
classic,
beautiful.
System 6 style or whatever. And you can see right here on the home page, you can buy, well, they have a lot of other parts and things. But here's the Pico Mac Nano or parts, and you click on that. And, actually, you know what? This goes into the little description of it. I wanted to go to the buying page, which I think if I go down here, no, somewhere in here it navigates me down.
Yeah.
Here we go, Pico Mac Nano. And then you see you can order the parts that you'll need to put it all together, or fully assembled. But the one I got was what did they call it? The special edition. I know it was on here.
Yeah, just there at the top.
Was it at the top? I missed it.
Sorry, at the top of the screen. When
I see this one, but where's the special edition? I saw here earlier.
There's right.
Oh, here it is, collector's edition. There we go, the collector's edition, right. And unfortunately, the first thing you read now is that sales have been suspended. It says Apple has asked us to stop selling pre-assembled Pico Mac Nanos due to trademark and IP infringements. The open source project is still active, but until further notice, we are unable to sell pre-assembled units. We are continuing dialogue with Apple, so click the Notify Me button to be informed should the situation change. Thank you for your interest. So yeah, that's too bad, because but they did get a ton of orders. I think they took so many orders that they were sending out notices about the delays that there were going to be to fulfilling them. But thankfully, I got in the first round or whatever, and then received one before they shut everything down. And so
right.
This is it. Let me. And so this came in, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hold off from opening it. I'll just open it here. And so let's take the little plastic off. It's just in a little plastic bag. But the first thing you notice is this glorious little box that's reminiscent of the very first Macintosh and the artwork on it. So you've got your little
right.
Macintosh with the little symbols there, right? Fragile, this way up, and keep it dry, right? Of course, you got your Picasso there on the side, more of that. Oh, that's it. And then, even on the bottom, it's got their little logo there. So here we go. This is going to be exciting. Let's see what's
that's
inside
cool.
here. And then, this is great. You got the little 3D printed, like styrofoam. I mean, it's not styrofoam, but it's like this flexible rubber stuff. Not quite styrofoam, but it's this top and front. So you got that. That's cool. Oh, this is great. This is just like unboxing a real Mac. And then there's a little accessory box, which it feels 3D printed. Is very reminiscent of like an early 3.5-inch floppy disk box. I think there was one that had this Macintosh on there. Try to catch the light there. So that's just lightly etched in there, and I'll open this thing and see what's inside. Oh, the little USB-C adapter, which, what would this be needed for? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Power, maybe?
Mm.
And then it's got little, I guess you have, it's a little, they lied to me. They said it was fully assembled, but yet I do have to put little rubber feet on it. And the little wrench to, I guess, access the inside. And then I like the little box has a little, has the 1-bit rainbow.
Oh, wow. The attention to detail is just fantastic.
Yeah. And Apple's trying to shut them down. My goodness, this is all just a love letter to Apple. All right. The main event. And then there's the little Mac. 3D printed. A lot of great detail. You got the little vents and the handle all the way around.
That's just superb.
And of course, this is functional, which, I'm not going to run it here. We'll maybe save that for a later day. But
wow.
There is a tiny board in here, and there's a little protective plastic on the display. So there's a tiny little actual working display there. And then the back looks like the SD card slot and the USB-C, which is what was in that little box. So I guess in order to, if you're going to run it, you got to get a little USB power supply, use this USB-C adapter. And so it's going to look like that. Unless, and I was just looking at this today, there is an internal way to power this thing with almost like a PRAM battery. And that's an option. So I'll have to order that.
That's cool.
So that I don't have to have this thing hanging off the back like that. But there it is.
Is it very heavy, James?
No,
It seems quite
just,
light and airy.
Yeah, it is very you're surprised that anything's even in there.
Yeah.
I could. How many screws are there? Take this apart. Let's see. We'll try. Looks like there's just 2 little screws holding what I think is the front bezel to the back shell. And
well, it's nice they gave you the tool in the box because we've all had our moments where we've had to try to find our long shank Torx.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of this. I was going to reference that, but I couldn't remember. Is it 18 or 16? What's the number, the designation of the Torx?
I think it's
special
T15. T15.
Is it T15? Is that it? Okay.
T15. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of that. All right, let's see. I'm removing the second screw and put that in the little plastic box.
No Mac cracker needed. No.
No, I'm just gonna.
Wow.
Okay, so there's the back shell. All right.
Any signatures in the back?
You know what? There is. Can you see it?
I can't see them here.
If I can catch the light, it has the 1-bit rainbow logo in there. And then look at this, the tiny little board is ridiculous. That's kind of stuck there. And of course the display, there's not much to it. Wow. So I'll have to get a USB power supply and maybe I'll do that and just apply power here. I don't know what they've loaded on it. I haven't really thought too much about what else I need to do. But anyway, there it is. And I if you want one, 1bitrainbow.com, get notified if you want. But you can still buy the parts and things. So you can build it up yourself, and you'd have to print it yourself, I think. Yes. And and then you just can't buy it, all pretty like this.
Fully
All
assembled.
right.
Wow, that's great, James. Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, we got another example of the unavailable Macs down under. They never sold the
Yeah,
Apple One in Australia.
Apple One, 10, G3 all in one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the PowerBook
There's
550C only in Japan. And the other one that the Color Classic 2 we didn't get. That was a Japan only. Did you guys get that?
Japan only. No, Japan
No.
only there as well.
All right.
There's a list of them.
I've been increasingly using AI to answer those kinds of questions. Those just weird ones that are so good at giving me the right answer to.
I figured, yeah, the other day I asked about helping diagnose an LC power supply,
Oh
and I
yeah.
thought,
Uh-huh.
AI by now, of course, it's trawled all those forums of,
Uh-huh.
68K and Mac rumors and Low End Mac. It must have eaten all of that content up. So let's see how it goes, giving me an answer. And long story short is it gave me 5 very good options for where things might have been wrong with this power supply, but
Uh-huh.
it missed the first one, which was test it first by putting it under load when
Oh,
checking voltages. So, um, yeah, we were almost there.
almost. Well, yeah. All right. We'll do some of these news stories here. Let's go. Welcome, the computer guy. This appeared in my feed. Okay. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right, it's time for the news. Over on the Vintage Apple subreddit, DOS Dude 1 succeeds on a PowerPC Mac soldered RAM upgrade. Well, DOS Dude 1 doesn't sound like the person that's going to be working on Macs, but that's great that they are. Um, the original clamshell iBook was restricted to either 32 or 64 gigs, or excuse me, gigs, megs of soldered RAM on the logic board. Figured out through a lot of work how to upgrade it and make sure that it addresses, in this case, 128. But Matthew, you were saying that you could probably take that to 512.
Yeah, reading through some of the comments,
Yeah,
you said, why stop there? So if you're going to do this, yeah, 512 would theoretically be possible as well.
right. There's all the details. Actually, it's a post over on Mac Rumors. Goes into great detail of all the things that had to been done to address the addressing, I guess. Um,
Just
and
27 easy steps.
yeah, so if you need all that extra memory headroom on your aging iBook G3, then there you go.
We,
Um,
we
Not to
should
mention,
mention that he's done a
yeah,
G4 upgrade on this too.
that's
So,
right. Yeah, so
yes,
right, which isn't an easy thing too. I'm sure a G4 upgrade for a laptop that was never really designed to take a G4 upgrade. So we got that, and then the other thing, I consider this like equally dubious of value, but just surprisingly cool. Like the the cool to value ratio is very high. And this is over the posting's on GitHub, but it's Mac Friends Universal Control for your old Macintosh Classic. All right, so what's all this about? There's a little video there that shows how they took a roundabout way of allowing you to control the cursor and keyboard too, right? Through your of a classic Mac through your modern Mac. And so how it works is there's a little Arduino board here that's in line with your ADB, right? So it's sending signals through ADB, and then through I guess USB on your Mac.
Looks like
So
it.
it's
Yeah.
kind of wild. So you're using your modern Mac. You just scroll the cursor off to the side, and it goes right onto your classic Mac as if it was sharing the monitor in some way, like an extended desktop, except it's another computer. Other than the
It,
gee whiz factor, it saves you were saying desktop space because you don't have to have a Mac. I mean, you don't have to have a separate mouse for that
no
classic Mac.
keyboard, no mouse. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
So what? Just looking at it, it
yeah,
seems it quite practical in the sense that all you have to do is plug we'll call it a dongle into the classic Mac. No software required because it's all done on the modern Mac side from the
yeah,
software perspective. It's just sending off those required signals down the
yeah.
ADB line, which is plugged in. So, um, yeah, like you said, James, cool factors right up there.
I wonder how what the if there's much lag or anything. Like, could you still play
Shufflepuck.
Shufflepuck Cafe? Which is the standard. Yes, that's the standard test for lag. Anyway, that's over. That's Mac Friends over on GitHub.com. All right. Two quick news stories, and we're gonna wrap this
Thankfully,
up.
it doesn't look like they're under a cease and desist from Apple at the moment either.
No,
So
they're
that's
not.
good
Apple's
news.
not hounding them for that one. That one
No.
got flagged. I was gonna see if I had a quick USB power cable. I was gonna fire this thing up. Oh, but I do got to talk. Well, let's go to the outro, and then I'll do this after the outro. All right, we're gonna do the outro.
Okay.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right, well, that about wraps it up. But I have to give an update to my computer inventory. Last episode was very traumatic because I had a lot of magic smoke blowing, and so I decided to do a little safer Mac this week, and I decided to go with the Flower Power iMac, which I mean, it probably hasn't. I haven't had it turned on for I don't know, at least 10 years, maybe more. Love the Flower Power iMac, and fortunately, it loved me back today by booting
Yeah.
cleanly into OS 10. That's the other thing. I don't even remember. I don't have no memory of how I left these things, what was installed or otherwise. But I guess I decided that 10.4 needed to be on here. It looks like Classic is installed, but I can't. I didn't have the option to boot it right into 9. 512 megs in this thing. It's got an airport wireless card. I don't know if they were standard on these. Probably should have been. It did try to connect to any of my networks, which couldn't because the protocols were too old. I'll have to. That's one thing I need to do is set up an older Wi-Fi setup around here to get these on the network. But yeah, thankfully, and it was like a clean install, so there was like nothing on it. Just your basic OS 10.4 install. So another one in the good column. I'm happy about that, and off we go.
That's great news, James. Well done.
I did want to point out the shirt I'm wearing. Of course, you can't see it on the audio podcast. For a while, I had been kind of wearing different Mac-inspired shirts. I see you're wearing a hoodie with the 6-color Apple logo. Is that where'd you pick that up?
This is actually a pin, and it was donated by a chap named Peter at the most recent Mac Museum Open Day. So he came in and said, "Love what you're doing, and I'd really be happy to pass these on." And it was a little bag with some pins. So this was a beautiful 6-color logo
okay.
pin. So
Well, great. Well, my shirt, I don't even remember how I came across this, what I was doing, but somewhere there along the line, I found this Basic Apple Guy, basicappleguy.com. Has some wallpapers and things on here. but then there's the store, and Basic Apple Guy has stickers and wallpaper collections, but clothing as well, all with some retro inspiration, 6 colors and symbology. And I zeroed in on the Pixel Macintosh right here. So it's a pixelated version of the Picasso logo, which
Very
I
nice.
think looks great. You can see some other stuff there done with the command symbol. And I will be sporting another day the Commander design, which has like a bunch of, let's see if I can get a better picture of this, a bunch of different
Wow.
depictions of Apple products throughout the years. Even little classic Macs there, and just everything throughout the year. So I thought just really clever design, and so, retro and stylish at the same time. And so, yeah, there's some Hello shirts in here, some iPod stuff. Well, he might get taken down. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this.
Buy while you can.
Yeah. BasicAppleGuy.com. All right. Well, maybe not Matthew, but I think John's back. So he and I will probably be back next week. I think the plan is to go through the random stuff I have in this particular bin. I think I pulled what did I pull out of here? An Apple Watch of some sort, like an old marketing Apple Watch. And so there's a lot of other goodies in here. So I'm just going to rummage through this and see what we find. So thank you, Matthew, for filling in.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, James, and John as well. Thank you for letting me fill your shoes while you're away, John. But it's been great to be here. Thanks for having me back.
And the website is macmuseum.com.au. And until next week, remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
Oh, see? I was going to warn you, but I said, I'll just risk it. I'll see if he's quick on his feet. All right. Let's see. The computer guy, you're right, M0001 is the 128K. Now, I was going to find a cable. I was going to plug this thing in just to see what kind of cable I need. I need a regular USB. So funny. When you need USB-C, everything is A, and when you need A, everything is C. What's this one?
I was almost going to say this is where the adapter comes in, but no, it's probably not going to be of much help.
Which adapter?
The C to A adapter.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I've got that, but I got to get from there to something else. So actually, you know what? I think All right. Well, we'll leave it put together. Okay. So I'm plugging the C in. I'm actually going from C to A to C to A or something like that because I've got. We'll see if this all works out. I'm going to plug C into my thing right here. All right. So I got C to A to C. And what happens if this gets plugged in? Will it automatically turn on, or do I have to do something? Is there a button? I'm looking for flickering of some sort.
Is the screen a touch screen?
I don't think so.
No. Sorry to make you put a
fingerprint
on it.
Oh, you know what? I don't think... All right. I probably have to read more about what I've been given here. There is no card in the slot.
I was just about to say, is there a card?
I guess it didn't come with one, so I'm gonna have to remedy that. So, and I don't. Let's see if I'll plug it back in. I'll see if there's any lights that at least tell me that I'm getting power. And I don't know.
I wonder if
There's a couple
not.
buttons on the card, huh?
I was going to say, I wonder if not supplying it with a card is their argument for saying we're not distributing anything
Yeah.
that contains IP. So you have to do, maybe you have to do the card yourself by design.
Well, I mean, this was before they got the takedown. I think Apple is really, it's got the Apple logo on it. You know, there's some other things that are problematic. You know, that Apple logo.
Yeah.
Most things, and that's probably actually the big deal because they don't seem to care about the Picasso thing. Hence my shirt and so many other places that sell shirts. It's probably just that, right? Just that little apple. That's a bridge too far right there.
Yes.
Well, anyway,
Yep.
obviously I got to figure out what else I need to do with this. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us in the chat. We'll play a little music, and Matthew, we'll stay in touch. We'll down the road see what's going on. I do want to talk more about. We didn't get a chance, but we'll do it another time where we get the chance to talk about like what's been going on in the museum, the evenings that you schedule and what that's like. I guess September 6th is the next one.
Next opening, Saturday day, yeah. Yes, that's it.
All right. Let's a little music. Aha. All right. Bye everybody.
Thanks for listening to the RetroMacCast with James and John. Email listener comments and questions to retromaccast@gmail.com or post comments on our website at www.retromaccast.com.